Welcome to today's news analysis. This is not noise. This is not hate. This is facts, feelings, and the real Nigeria we live in. Today, we look at one strong claim and one sharp response. President Tinubu says Nigeria's economy has turned around for good. Peter Obi says, Nigerians do not deserve this government. President Tinubu speaks with hope. He says the worst is over. He says the economy has passed the storm. He says Nigeria is now on the right path. But Nigerians ask one question. Where is the proof? This claim did not come quietly. It came with confidence. It came with strong words. It came with the promise that pain today will lead to comfort tomorrow. The president says tough choices were needed. He says the shock was planned. He says the economy had to bend before it could stand strong again. According to him, the hard times were the price of fixing deep problems. On paper, the message sounds clear. On paper, the logic makes sense. But Nigeria is not paper. Nigeria is people. People wake up every morning and face reality. They go to the market. They buy food. They pay transport. They try to survive. And this is where the gap shows. Food prices keep rising. Rice, gari, bread, beans, oil. Nothing is stable. Nothing is cheap. What a family could buy last year with a small amount now costs double. Transport has become a daily struggle. Fuel prices went up. Bus fares went up. Motorcycle fares went up. Many workers now spend a big part of their income just to get to work. Electricity is still not steady. Bills go up even when light does not stay. Small businesses suffer. Cold rooms shut down. Barbers, tailors, and phone repairers struggle to survive. Jobs are not growing fast enough. Many young people are ready to work. They have skills. They have energy. But opportunities are few. Graduates wait. Artisans wait. Traders wait. Everyone is waiting for the economy to turn around. When leaders say the economy is improving, people look around them. They check their savings. They count their daily expenses. And they ask again, where is the proof? Supporters of the government say change takes time. They say the past damaged the system. They say reforms are painful at first. They say Nigerians should be patient. But patience is hard when hunger is close. Patience is hard when fear is daily. Patience is hard when hope feels far away. A father worries about school fees. A mother worries about food. A young graduate worries about the future. A business owner worries about survival. These worries do not wait for economic reports. They do not wait for official statements. They are real and they are now. The president says the economy has turned a corner. But many Nigerians feel stuck at the same spot. Some feel they are moving backward. Inflation does not sound like a big word to many people. But they feel it every day. It is in the market. It is in rent. It is in medicine prices. The value of money feels weaker. What once lasted a week now lasts a day. What once covered needs now barely covers basics. Security also affects the economy. When roads are unsafe, food costs more. When farms are unsafe, hunger grows. When businesses fear attacks, investment slows. So when economic success is announced, people expect to see it in daily life. Not in speeches. Not in promises. But in results. This is why the claim creates tension. It sounds hopeful, but it feels distant. It sounds confident, but it feels rushed. Nigerians have heard similar words before. They have been told many times that things will get better. They have been asked to endure. They have been asked to believe. Belief alone does not fill the stomach. Hope alone does not pay bills. Faith alone does not fix broken systems. Leadership is measured by impact. Not by intention. Not by explanation. But by outcome. If the economy has truly turned around, people should feel relief. Markets should breathe. Homes should feel lighter. Until then, the claim remains a question. A big question. A serious question. And this question sets the stage for the response. Let's talk. Stay with me. Peter Obi does not rush his words. He does not try to impress. He speaks calmly, but his message is heavy. He hears the claim that the economy has turned around. He listens. Then he disagrees. Not with insults. Not with noise. But with reality. Peter Obi says Nigerians do not deserve this level of suffering. He says a government must be judged by the daily life of the people, not by hopeful statements. According to him, if life is getting harder for the majority, then something is wrong. He points to insecurity. He says no economy can grow when people live in fear. When farmers cannot go to their land, food becomes scarce. When roads are unsafe, movement slows. When businesses fear loss, growth stops. In his view, insecurity is not just a safety issue. It is an economic wound. He also speaks about poverty. Not as a number. Not as a report. But as a living condition. He says more Nigerians are falling into poverty. Not because they are lazy. Not because they lack talent. But because the system is failing them. According to Obi, when prices rise faster than income, people sink. When jobs are few and costs are high, families suffer. When survival becomes the focus, progress becomes impossible. He talks about healthcare. He says a country cannot move forward when sickness pushes people into deeper poverty. When hospitals lack basic tools. When medicine is too expensive. When care depends on who you know or how much you have. For Obi, health is not a luxury. It is a foundation. Then he makes a statement that hits deep. Nigeria is not poor. He repeats it clearly. Nigeria is not poor. He says the country has land. It has oil. It has gas. It has solid minerals. It has young, strong, smart people. The problem, he says, is management. Wrong choices. Poor planning. Weak priorities. According to him, leadership is about direction. If a leader chooses people over politics, growth follows. If a leader chooses long-term value over short-term comfort, stability follows. He believes Nigeria keeps missing chances. Not because chances do not exist, but because the right decisions are not made at the right time. Peter Obi also talks about trust. He says people have lost trust in government words. Not because Nigerians are negative, but because they have been disappointed too many times. Promises were made. Sacrifices were demanded. But relief did not come. So when leaders say, hold on, people ask, for how long? Obi argues that pain without clear results is dangerous. It breaks hope. It creates anger. It weakens unity. He stresses that reform must protect the weak. He says policies must be planned with the poorest in mind. If reforms only make life harder for the vulnerable, then something is wrong. In his response, Obi avoids drama. He avoids personal attacks. He stays focused on outcomes. He believes governance is simple in one key way. If people can eat better, live safer, and plan for tomorrow, then things are working. If they cannot, then speeches mean nothing. He also reminds Nigerians that good leadership is possible. That other countries with fewer resources have done better. That discipline, honesty, and focus can change a nation. His message is not built on anger. It is built on urgency. Time is moving. Lives are being shaped right now. Children are growing up in this system. Young people are forming their view of the future. For Obi, waiting too long is a risk Nigeria cannot afford. He does not claim to be perfect. He does not claim easy solutions. But he insists on one standard. Government must reduce pain, not explain it away. Government must solve problems, not normalize them. Government must serve the people, not lecture them. That is the heart of his response. Calm, direct, uncomfortable, and it pushes the debate forward. Now we arrive at the center of the matter. Beyond statements. Beyond responses. beyond politics. The real question is simple, but heavy. Is Nigeria truly moving forward, or are Nigerians only being asked to believe so? This question lives in homes, not offices. It lives in markets, not meetings. It lives in daily choices, daily fear, and daily hope. When leaders speak about progress, people measure it with their lives. They ask themselves basic things. Can I feed my family with less stress? Can I move freely without fear? Can I plan for tomorrow with confidence? If the answer is no, then progress feels distant. This is why the debate matters. Not because of who said what, but because of what people are experiencing. Nigeria stands at a sensitive point. A point where trust is thin. A point where patience is weak. A point where silence can turn into anger. Words are powerful, but timing matters. When people are hurting, words must be careful. When people are struggling, words must come with action. Many Nigerians feel stretched. They feel tired. They feel unheard. They are not asking for miracles. They are asking for direction. They want to see a plan that makes sense. A plan that feels human. A plan that reduces pressure, not increases it. This is where leadership is tested. True leadership is not about saying things will be fine. It is about showing how they will be fine. Step by step. With honesty. With empathy. When leaders admit challenges openly, people listen. When leaders share sacrifice fairly, people cooperate. But when leaders speak of success while people feel pain, trust breaks. That is the danger point. Nigeria is not short of potential. This has never been the issue. The issue has always been execution. How resources are used. How priorities are set. How people are protected during hard times. Economic reform is not wrong. Hard decisions are sometimes necessary. But reform without safety nets is risky. Reform without clear benefits creates resistance. People need to see the road ahead. They need to know where the pain leads. They need to feel that someone is carrying the weight with them. If not, frustration grows. Another key question rises here. Who is the economy really working for? If numbers improve but lives worsen, something is wrong. If markets adjust but homes collapse, something is broken. If policy wins but people lose, the mission has failed. This is not about party lines. It is not about loyalty. It is about survival and dignity. Nigerians want to feel counted. They want to feel included in the future being described. They want to feel that progress is not only for a few. That is why voices like Peter Obi's find attention. Not because everyone agrees with him, but because he speaks to a shared frustration. And that is also why the government's words face resistance. Not because Nigerians hate hope, but because hope has been promised many times before. History weighs heavily here. Broken promises stay in memory. Unmet expectations shape reactions. So the challenge ahead is not just economic. It is emotional. It is psychological. The country needs healing. Not slogans. Not blame. Healing comes from results. From small wins that people can feel. From relief that shows up in daily life. Cheaper food. Safer roads. Better access to care. More chances to earn. These are not luxuries. They are basics. Nigeria also faces a future question. What kind of country is being built right now? One where people adapt to hardship? Or one where hardship is reduced over time? One where survival is praised? Or one where progress is shared? The answers are forming now. In policy choices. In budget focus. In how leaders respond to criticism. Criticism should not be feared. It should be used. It shows where pain is deepest. It shows where attention is needed. A confident government listens. A serious government adjusts. A people-first government explains less and delivers more. At the same time, Nigerians also carry responsibility. To stay engaged. To ask questions. To demand clarity. Silence does not improve governance. Blind loyalty does not fix systems. Honest conversation is necessary. The future of Nigeria will not be decided by one speech. It will not be decided by one response. It will be decided by consistency, by whether words match actions, by whether sacrifices lead to relief, by whether leadership grows closer to the people or further away. This is why this moment matters. Because history will not remember who spoke louder. It will remember who made life better. Nigeria has everything it needs to succeed. This is not a dream. It is a fact. What remains is choice. Choice of focus. Choice of priority. Choice of leadership style. And Nigerians are watching. Closely. Patiently. But not endlessly. The question is no longer what is being said. The question is what will be felt. That answer will shape everything that comes next.